My name is Kelly Lee and I work in student activities. I have been involved in Frog Camp for the past 6 summers.
My name is Lance Betancourt. I work in the marketing department in the Neely School of Business, and I've been involved with Frog Camp since 2018.
My name is Suhai Johnson. I work in human resources, and I just completed my first summer participating in Frog Camp.
Frog Camp is TCU's extended orientation program that supports incoming students and their transition into the university. Frog Camp focuses heavily on students' social integration to campus life by providing students the opportunity to make new friends, build connections, and learn about resources that will allow them to thrive at TCU.
Frog Camp is a combination of small group facilitations, large group activities, and excursions that are both impactful and fun-filled for our first-year students, of course, as well as our student leaders and us as faculty and staff.
As a faculty and staff partner, you're placed in small group through the duration of camp to provide an extra level of support for the incoming students, as well as the student facilitators. The facilitators lead the small group discussions. We're just there to provide another perspective and to connect with students.
The purpose of faculty and staff partners at Frog Camp is to break down the barrier between TCU professionals and our students. We want our students to know that we are real people and that we are ultimately a comfortable resource for them as they enter TCU.
My favorite part about being a faculty staff partner is that I get to be that first interaction for these incoming students with faculty or staff. They may come in with some preconceived notions that we're terrifying or that we're not here to help, but TCU is all about faculty staff helping our students and being there for them throughout their 4 years. This opportunity is really unique because you get to meet a small group of students, and I have the fortunate opportunity of watching those groups of students for over the 4 years they're here at TCU, really getting to watch them grow and connecting with them. But even if I don't see them after Frog Camp, I know that when they walk across that stage, I will still know who they are, and they will know who I am because we've made that connection at Frog Camp. And I really appreciate that opportunity, especially with first-year students.
My favorite part of being a faculty staff partner is to see the transformation that happens within students over just a couple of days. They enter Frog Camp a little bit anxious and uncertain, and in just a short amount of time they gain confidence that they belong at TCU and that they can do this thing we call college. And it's an incredible thing to be part of that experience.
My favorite part is getting an opportunity to see the student facilitators and the student leaders in action. All of the work that I know that they trained for, that they've been practicing for, that they've been working to coordinate, to see it come together for them to coordinate those like the moments that were scheduled and were supposed to happen, but also the in-betweens, and how they rise to the occasion and how they stay positive and how they manage the energy. Honestly, it was my absolute favorite part of getting to be a part of Frog Camp.
My favorite memory from Frog Camp, I have a lot of them, but my favorite, I'm not saying memory, but my moment at Frog Camp is when you go from the first dance party, the first night of Frog Camp, and nobody is really knowing what they want to do. All the students are kind of like iffy and trying to figure out what it looks like. But by that second night, everyone is on the dance floor. Everyone's including everyone. There's no small group definitions. Everyone's this huge, big family, and watching them get to connect with all the different facilitators, all the different directors, and then back staff joining in. That's one of my favorite memories of all time at every camp, is just being able to watch all of these different people who are all strangers day one be completely themselves and open and goofy on night 2, and we're all just dancing the night away.
So many favorite memories at Frog Camp Alpine in Colorado, from river rafting to high ropes to rock climbing, and of course some incredibly competitive Uno games with my fellow faculty and staff.
My favorite memory from Frog Camp was the moment where I looked around the room with our small group, who about 24 hours before had looked really skeptical about getting close or opening up. Were doing just that. They were getting close, they were opening up, they were getting it, and they were getting it together. And I just love that light bulb moment that happened in our small group, and was so proud of our facilitators who also looked like, wow, that happened. So when I think back, I remember the expressions on all of our group, including the facilitators' faces, and I can't help but smile because it was a really special thing. A great part about the role in Frog Camp is getting to connect with other faculty and staff members outside of our own department. I am now close with other professionals that I may never have interacted with if it weren't for Frog Camp.
You have the opportunity to connect with students at the very beginning of their experience. These may be students you will work directly with or may have never crossed paths with, but you will always have the special connection with the students in your small group, no matter what their journey is at TCU.
We'll see you at Frog Camp.